Alright, hey people, welcome back to Tsui and Sora. So this one's a recording and well, let's get started. Let's load and where we left off, started July 16th. There's the morning bell. I keep sprinting. Did I make it in time? I look around the room. The teacher isn't here yet, but why is it so damn quiet? I walk over to my desk seat.
おっす。なんかやけに静かだな。
Yukito.
Kotomi looks at me, anxiety etched into her brow.
どうしたんだよ。そんな顔して。
なんだろう。なんと言えばいいのかな。
I glance around the classroom a second time. All eyes are on me.
なんだこいつら。
Something's definitely wrong here. The way they're staring at me is downright weird. It's the very picture of hostility. And all of that hostility is being directed at me and Kotomi.
なんだ文句があるのか
No one says a thing.
おい、どういうことだ
I turn toward a girl standing near me.
水上くん。あなたは本当は賢い人間なはずよ。
はあなんでそんなことをお前に言われなきゃいけない。
私が言っているんじゃない。救世主様が認めているんだもの。
Yo, the Kyusei.
救世主なんだそれは。
He responds with a forced smile. It's ghastly, almost impossibly so.
それはもしかして間宮のことか。
そう、間宮様です。
間宮が救世主ってお前マジで言ってるのか。
救世主様はおっしゃっています。あなたは若月にたぶらかされていると。
What's his problem with the Wakatsuki person? Kotomi.
はあ何言ってるんだ。
あなたは目覚めるべき人間なのです。
間宮に伝えとけ。お前のやってることはただの泣き言だと。
泣き言？
ガキがダダこねるのと変わらない。現実を受け入れられないから古代妄想に逃げている。
逃げている？逃げているのはあなたでしょ、Minakami Yukitoくん。真実を見ようとせずに逃げ惑っている。
んだと？
はいはい、皆さん授業を始めますよ。というかなぜそこの2人は立っているのですか。もう本令は鳴ったと思いますが。
何でもありません。
What? What the hell is going on? Have they all lost their goddamn minds? Even forgetting Mamiya? Seriously, this is no time for teachers to be holding classes, right? I haven't heard anything about Mamiya since yesterday morning, but it seems like he hasn't been caught yet and is hiding out somewhere. He must be giving that insane speech somewhere else. If he weren't, then how do you explain these morons regurgitating? I don't know why I can't pronounce the word. Regurgitating what he had to say. Man, I can't pronounce shit.
Yukito, 大丈夫？
これといって被害があったわけじゃないからな。
あの視線、怖かった。
いや、奴らは何もできない烏合の衆だよ。
そうかな。
この学校じゃどれだけうまく環境に馴染み、それぞれの役割を演じるかだけだ。
どれだけうまく環境に馴染み。
Kotomi repeats my words.
どうした？
確かに北高はそこそこの名門だし、そういう部分はあると思う。
名門とは言わないよ。そこそこの進学校ってところだ。
It's not one of Tokyo's top schools, but it certainly isn't average either. It's a school that attracts those with pretty good grades. If you work your ass off for 3 years, you can get into a top tier university. And even with just a bit of effort, you can still get into a fairly well-known one.
私はあまり気にしたことがないんだけど、ユキトはよく言ってたじゃない。この学校ではそれぞれの役割を見つけて演じることが大事だって。
ああ、
そういう空気感ってさ、同調圧力が強いってことじゃない？
この学校は同調圧力は強いだろうな。いやいや、まさか琴美、お前が言いたいことって。
うん。空気に染まることが得意で、自分の役回りを探すのが得意。もしそれが何かしらの先導に使われたとしたら。
確かにそうだが。
Coming up to finals right before summer break, you can feel the tension in the atmosphere. And then came those tragedies. First, with Ozawa. Then, with Takashima. And apparently 2 students from other schools. 4 people had died in the same place in such a short time frame. That was all it took to completely change the mood in the classroom. If reading the mood is how we form our identities, if that mood changes, we have to read the new mood and search for new identities. And if that's happening right now...
そういえば、昨日下校時間に横山やす子と会ったのだけど、お前ら他校に行ってたんじゃないのか？
そのことか。実はね、昨日やす子ちゃん部活休んでて、ずっと世界が20日に終わるとか言い続けるから、思わず手が出ちゃって。もしやす子ちゃんと会ったら、ごめん言い過ぎたって言っておいてくれないかな。
あ、わかった。
私今日は他校との練習試合なんだ。だからそろそろ行かなきゃなんだよ。
I put a hand on Kotomi's sagging shoulder.
問題ない。横山の妹に会ったら何とかしておくから、お前は練習試合頑張って行ってこい。
うん、ありがとう。
Is that why Yokoyama was acting like that yesterday? I wonder if she's at school. I guess I'll go look for her. I decide to search around the school. To the building B's rooftop. I head up at the rooftop and find Kiyokawa standing there.
Minakami-kun.
Once she sees me, she faintly tries to call out my name.
清川先生。先生がこんなところにいるなんて珍しいですね。
そうかもね。
どうしたのですか？なんかお疲れみたいですが。
疲れる？すごく私は疲れているわ。逆にユキト君、あなたなんで普通でいられるの？
普通でいられるとは？
あなたは何か違う。他の生徒とも他の先生方とも。
何言ってるんですか？
ごめん気にしないで。多分私がどうかしてるの。
Saying that, Kiyokawa goes inside.
屋上は立ち入り禁止で生徒は入れないのに、そのことには全く触れずか。
Something's wrong here. To the gym. The gym is dead quiet.
誰もいないのか。
Or so I thought.
ユキト君おはよう。
うわ！
I can't help but scream as a voice comes from right behind me.
おとなしか。何やってるんだよ、こんなところで。
読書。
こんな場所でか？
うん。
何の本だ？
タコの心身問題についての本。
タコの？どんな内容なんだよ、それ。
タコは中央の神経系の他に8本の腕に神経系を持っている。それぞれの足の神経回路はかなり高度な構造をしている。ある意味で分散型神経系とも言える彼らは、それぞれの腕は 中央の脳から独立して動いている。人は脳という強力な中央神経系を持つ。だけれども彼らのような存在にとってそれぞれの手足は果たして単なる身体としての部位なのか、あるいはそれらの手足は同じ有機体でありながらも別々の意識を持つかもしれない。
Yeah, I got to think of it. How do they operate if they have each limb is theoretically has a brain of its own? And I can imagine that they need to coordinate, like, you know.
単一の身体とされながらも多くの意識を持っている可能性。
Oh, DID. Where did I hear that?
そもそも単一であることとは、あるいは全ての意識であることとは。
Okay, I'm using DID too loosely here because, you know, when we say about like an quote-unquote individual having multiple consciousness, and it can be something else going on. But like, I just randomly remember DID in Super ED, and it's like, you know. But I think of another situation that you may have if you have multiple consciousness but not be considered having DID. Actually, I don't know. Let me review that. Anyway, let's continue.
そんなことがタコの本に書いてあるの？
いいえ、後半はただの感想。けれども、人も個体としては一つの脳を有しているけれども、主として考えた場合はどうなのだろう。
Yeah, here you go. So I kind of thought about it, thinking that an octopus having multiple, let's say each limb has their own brain, so to speak, and they need to coordinate to do something as an entire animal being or whatever to, you know, achieve whatever the goal of whatever thing. I don't know who decides it. Like, imagine like a collective society or some shit, you know. Each individual a part of like the entire society, and they tend to move in a I was about to say uniform, but it's like it wouldn't be correct to say uniform, so to speak. Some sort of orchestration, yeah. Like, I don't know. Is the brain in like the head of like the octopus like a conductor or an orchestra? But like, if you take out the head, if you take out the brain at the head of an octopus, does the limbs still move? And if they do, are they still capable of moving in an orchestrated manner, or do they start acting like, you know, an individual? Each limb is literally an individual with their own movement. I'll check this out later. But anyway, in Ayana's context, since she's looking at humanity as like an analog for like octopus. Anyway, let's return to this topic later. This is not like
タコの
the
分
main
散
worry
型神経系
in
と
concern right now.
人間社会はどれほどの違いがあるのだろ
さすがにタコの体と人間社会は違うだろ
う。知ってる。分散型情報集合体と人間の社会的ネットワークは違う。人が他の動物と大きく異なるのは普通では考えられない集団形成。それらは発話という形で共通したものを他の者たちにも見せるからこそできる。言葉は面白い。現実にあるものも現実以上のものも全てを語れる。そして現実以上のもの、 目に見えないものも言葉によって多くの人間と共有できる。神を発明できる動物は人だけ。
It's like she's talking about something else entirely.
それよりも体育館には誰もいないが、この時間はいつも部活とかやってないか？
みんな逃げたからじゃないかしら。
逃げる？お前何か知ってるのか？
知らないよ。ただなんとなくね。
I wonder if I go back to building B, it's gonna be useful. And I know if you go to the old pool, that's most likely where you're gonna find them. Where the Q station hangs out. Oh, they just say, okay, let me go back to the gym. Is Ayana still there? Okay. Alright, let's go to the pool. While walking toward the old pool, I spot a figure. When she sees me, Yokoyama tries to make a break for it. But before she can, I grab hold of her arm.
水上先輩。
捕まえたぞ。
捕まえたって何ですか？
琴美に伝言頼まれている。
伝言？
ごめん、言い過ぎたってよ。それともう一度話したいって言ってたぞ。
She gives me an icy glare.
琴美先輩は悪魔の手先なのですよ。
Yeah, boy, she went schizo.
お前、なぜそんなことを言い出すんだ？
救世主様が言ってました。
間宮拓司と会ったのか？
琴美先輩は救世主様に目をつけられてます。あの女は地獄の豪華に焼かれるでしょう。
地獄？
地獄は永遠に続きます。死より真に恐ろしいのは地獄なのです。
お前何をバカなことを。
In my shock, she manages to escape my grip. A jab directly to my stomach.
弱。それはそうと先輩も気をつけるのですね。そんな隙だらけだと殺されますよ。
よく山の妹。
I let my guard down because she's a girl, but Kendo's still a martial art. Even without a sword, I guess the trust is still the same skill at its core. I'm left on the ground, unable to move. After that, I went home. That night, while I'm in my room, I get a phone call.
若月ですけど。
Wait, is this Yuki? Yuki? Did you say Minakami Yuki? I was talking to someone earlier about, well, they're far ahead of me in Sora, so they have a theory regarding why Sakaji has some strange fixation over Yukito. Anyway, this is funny. Is this Yuki?
琴美のおばさんですか？どうしましたか？
琴美まだ帰ってないんだけど、ゆっくん何か知ってる？
She's not home yet? Did they go to a restaurant after the skirmish or something? Even then, it's a bit weird for her to not even call her parents.
わかりません。探してみましょうか。
そこまでしなくていいわ。対外試合だって言ってたし、大会も近いし、まだ頑張ってるんじゃないかしら。
ですか？
大丈夫よ。もし部活ならば先生方も一緒なはずだし。
Can you trust the teachers themselves as well?
かもしれませんが。ですが、俺探してみます。
ゆっくんが探してもあまり意味がないと思うわ。まず学校に連絡入れてから相談してみるわ。もしあまりに心配なら警察に連絡する方がいいと思うし。
はい。
A point so loud, so sound, I can't give a one word of argument.
それじゃ、ゆっくんも勉強頑張ってね。
はい、それでは。そうだよな。俺が探すよりも、まずは学校に連絡。それでも不安要素があるならば警察。
I feel my own powerlessness clear as day. I can't do anything other than sit here like this. Those thoughts race around my head as I lie there, unable to drift off to sleep. Oh no, July 17. 3 days to go. It should have been clear as soon as I stepped through the classroom doorway that morning that something was very wrong. Even though the first bell has already rung, there are only 3 or 4 people in the classroom, counting me.
おい、
何？
今日は休校とかじゃないよな。
そうだと思うけど。
なんでこんなに人がいないんだ？
わかんないけど。風邪か何かなんじゃないの？あるじゃない。インフェルノンザとか。
For some reason, he answers with an eerie smile.
インフェルノじゃねえよ。普通にインフルエンザだろ。
インフェルノじゃないの？
だいたい真夏にインフルエンザが流行するとかおかしいだろう。
インフェルノじゃないんだね。
Oh man, this guy's high. He went through the the accusations torture chamber shit, whatever you call that. Underneath the pool. There's something up with this guy.
マミヤがいないのはいいとして、なぜか琴美もいない。
I feel my heart start to beat faster and faster. Now that I think about it, yesterday, door to the ladder is open.
このクラスは他に来ているやつは？
はい。他の連中はいないみたいなのですが、先生理由知ってますか
？Brazenly ignoring my question, the teacher leaves without a word. A couple seconds later, I hear the sound of the neighboring classroom's door being thrown open. He must be rushing around to check each classroom. Does that mean all the other classes are empty like this? So even the other grades are? The intercom speakers emit an eerie static.
校内放送。
校内の皆さんにお知らせがあります。本日は諸事情により本校は臨時休校になります。
やったラッキー。Minakamiくんはこの後どうする気なの？僕らとどこかに行かないかい？
いや、いい。
そう？こんなに早く家帰れるんだよ。
It's an emergency. The school isn't gonna allow us to just go wherever we want. In fact, they probably want us to stay right.
全校学生の皆さんはそのまま教室にいてください。担任の先生の指示に従い。
I rush out of the classroom right away, but bump into Kiyokawa on the way out.
清川先生。
Minakamiくん、
はい。
なんで君はここにいるの？
いや、確かに放送で教室待機とは言われたのですが、少しお腹の調子が悪くて。
なんで間宮くんの横にいないの？
間宮の？
本当なんだわ！
何が？
本当なの！間宮様が言われたことは！
先生？
間宮様がみんなを導くために。
Nice, she also went schizo. She's totally lost it.
私も行かなければならないの！
Well, at least this is convenient. I'm worried about Kotomi. There's no time for me to be dealing with Kiyokawa here. So I'll just ignore her and go look for Kotomi. Slipping past Kiyokawa, I break into a run.
くそ、昨日の時点でやはり動いておけばよかった。なんで自分じゃ何もできないと思い込んだんだ。
I'm always too late. By the time I realize something's wrong, I'm already too late. If only I realized yesterday. No. Would that have been too late anyway?
くそ、なんで俺は琴美のそばにいなかったんだ。琴 琴美の家だ。
I ring the doorbell. After what feels like an hour, Kotomi's mom comes
は
out.
い。
ゆきとですけど、
ゆっくん。
琴美のことなんですけど、あいつ今家にいるんですか？
She makes a grave
ゆっ
face.
くん。
おばさん、琴美はもしかして。
学校からは口止めされてるんだけど、一応学校側から警察に相談するから、このことは内密にしてくれって学校の指示には従ってるんだけど、ゆっくん、何か心当たりない？
わかりません。ただ俺、琴美を探してきます。
でも学校側で協議してそろそろ警察に連絡するって言ってたし、それにクラス中がいなくなってるらしいじゃない。だったら誘拐ではないんでしょ？
確かにそうですが。
あの子が家出なんて。私あの子のこと何も分かってあげられてなかったのかしら。
そうじゃなくて。
Kotomi's mom seems to be at a loss as well. But one thing is clear. Kotomi's missing.
とりあえず俺あいつ探してみますから。
I take out running. Where to? Hell knows. I aimlessly search the streets by myself. Not that I have any hope. Still, I keep running desperately, searching blindly. But no matter how hard I try, time just continues to wear on. The street is jam-packed with people. It's hard to even walk.
くそ。
I collapse right there. I guess it must not be all that strange to see students on the ground around here. Just across me, some schoolgirls are sitting happily, chatting to their friends. Salarymen pass them by without batting an eye. As I look at the scenery surrounding me, I have a sudden thought. No matter what happens, things will probably stay just like this. Everyday life will continue as is. Even if fanatics spray poison gas, even if a massive earthquake hits, even if a global pandemic spreads. Yeah, this is 2024 me. Anyway, even a war breaks.
みんな日常のまま生きていく。
Well, okay, technically that's what they did in Japan anyway. Technically, that's what they did.
琴美。
I sit up, and as I do, another thought pops into my head. I wonder what Takashima was thinking when she jumped. She must have had the scenery burned into her eyes, repeated over and over again. Those schoolgirls see it as well, as do those salarymen. We all see the scenery that never meets an end, no matter what.
何があっても終わらない風景。そこがどんな地獄であったとしても、人はいつかそれにも慣れて。
How many people can really greet the morning feeling wonderful? How many people can't help but think morning is just another start to another cycle of repetitive, meaningless routine without an end? How many people don't notice all those mornings piling up, more and more, to form that endless, meaningless routine that is everyday life? As soon as we're old enough to understand words, we're told, you can become anything you want to be. You can achieve whatever you want. There are infinite impossibilities. But we begin to realize as we get older, the phrase infinite possibilities is used for those who are nothing in that moment, for blank slates. It's reserved for those who are nothing, who can't be described in any other way. We might never be anything. And without acknowledging that, it's impossible to properly live in this world. With sufficient self-awareness, one can minimize the suffering accompanied by naivety. Not having big dreams, living regardless of one's own sense of worth, simply seeking the means to find a baseless peace. It's a smart way to live. But there are also those who can't live with that minimal suffering. People who simply can't bring themselves to accept a life like that. People who try to find meaning in their own existence. People who try to define themselves. And in the midst of their futile struggle against the very nature of their existence, they find themselves asking that oh so fundamental question. Why do I exist? Nobody can answer that question. It doesn't have an answer. It's a meaningless question. And if someone were to be consumed by meaningless questions like that,
終わらない風景を変えてしまうしかない。始まりと終わりのある物語へと、物語には意味がある。そこに存在する自分にも意味がある。それとともに物語には始まりと終わりがある。いつまでも終わらない風景。これを物語とするために高島は終わらせたんだろう。
that was what she chose.
終わらない世界に意味を与えるために高島は世界を終わらせた。
Can anyone fault her for her choice? I can't tell you. At a fundamental level, humans are beyond saving. In order to live, we're bound by a curse as a price. Within the vast infinity of time, humans are born without meaning and die without meaning. No matter whether you're managed to achieve your dreams or not, death will knock on your door all the same. It doesn't matter if you make it or not. The fact you'll disappear in the end is inevitable. That's equally true for all humans. Even if one were to live out a life only describable as the very picture of happiness, it would inevitably be concluded with death. It's like a curse. If one were to measure the meaning of one's life based on the quantity of happiness they've experienced, it would always be snatched away at the end in the form of death. Those who seek meaning in their lives are burdened with such a fate from the very moment they're born. Animals don't seek meaning in their lives, but they don't question it. They simply live and die. But we humans are different. We can't live without meaning. If we don't give meaning to the scenery we see from where we're standing, we can't bring ourselves to take the next step. For instance, say someone just entered my field of vision. This is a person. This is a person named so and so. This is a person named so and so. They're a student at Kita High. For every person you pass by, all these meanings can arise in an instant just from looking at them. Our world is overflowing with meaning. Everything is connected by meaning. And yet, we're still unable to give meaning to our own existences. While all that surrounds us is overflowing with meaning. While unable to give that vital meaning to ourselves. From the moment we take our first breath, the time of our death takes ever closer. So if this isn't a curse, what the hell is? Still, we're better off just ignoring that fact. That's why we lead this never-ending everyday life. If those who have fully accepted this curse work to make the world mundane in our everyday lives, a great many can remain unaware of it. And so, for those that remain, the curse becomes nothing but a light wound. And those with shallow wounds, blessed life. They're able to so casually celebrate life. So, is it even a lie? Is the very notion of life being blessed all just a lie? I don't know. I don't know. And I think that might be the reason I cry whenever I had that dream. I probably cry because I know deep down that life isn't just a curse. all the blessings upon the child's life. I can't think of them as any other than a premonition. One telling me that life is blessed too. That's why, despite their existence, holding no meaning, humans are able to live. Does that only apply to humans? No. I doubt it. I think it probably applies to all that exists. Everything around us is blessed. Regardless if we have any meaning or not, we're allowed to exist. That's why the world exists. We try to ascertain our existence in this world. That's why we try to live. And that can only be described as a blessing. It's something that neither to be celebrated nor grieved. It's just a blessing. Life may be cursed, but it's also blessed. Yeah, you can't put it any other way. That's why the living have every right to mourn the dead. And I think they also have the right to try and stop those who wish to die. Just like I couldn't kill that baby. We try to stop those who wish to die in front of us. Even someone like me, who doesn't necessarily condemn suicide, would still find myself trying to stop them. Why is that? Why, despite life being cursed, do we cling to it? Life is both a curse and a blessing.
ユキトくん、
え、音無しか。
ユキトくん、探し物？
ああ、そうだよ。お前は何をしているんだ？
全裸。
全裸？誰が？
誰だろう。
いや、疑問を疑問で返されても。
全裸フリチン、露出、オナニー。
お前何言い出してるんだよ。
ユキトくんならそういう反応だと思った。
俺でなくても普通はそういう反応だよ。
普通はよくわからないけど、今の私はそうではない？
当たり前だろう。そもそも少なくともお前は服を着ているし。何が言いたいんだ？
さあ。
だからなんで疑問？
例えば、もし仮に観測者によってその姿や行動が違って見えるとする。
ね、何それ？物理学的な話？脈絡おかしくないか？
Well, you know, something I remember this in Subahibi because when multiple personalities are active at the same time, and you know how like the brain of Tomasane is like somehow filtering out some concepts of reality so that it can, each psyche can have like an acceptable understanding of the world. you know like the existence of the Wakatsuki sisters, which is in the reality of their world is actually just Asaki and the big bunny rabbit stuffed bunny rabbit thing that Tomasane gave to Asaki. So anyway, what are we doing? My brain just died. Okay, yeah, here we go.
物理。必ずしもそうとは言えない。
Okay, so yeah, I'm just talking about the phenomenon since she was talking about like depending on the observer, what they perceive changes behavior. So like if let's say Yukito has like another separate personality, and the separate personality cannot perceive the concept of Ayana, or would translate the concept of Ayana as like magical Riru or some shit, that other personality would see Riru. And if the multiple personalities cannot perceive mutual existence at the same time, despite being both active at the same time, they wouldn't notice that the other personality would be there, observing at the same time. Well, that actually kind of happened in Tsubaby sometimes. So weird. Anyway, let's continue. That's like a super tangent.
この時に時間と空間に対して制約なく見るものによって場所や服装や行動が違って見えるとする。多分これが物理的にそうであるのならば物理の学問となると思う。けど仮にそれが人々のそれぞれに宿る観念としての姿だとしたら、それは物理の学問の範囲ではありえない。
よくわからんが、その観念って言い方がすでに物理的なものと別なもののように聞こえる。
I'm trying to think, like, an example is, like, imagine you're in a room with 5 other people. Someone presents a red apple. What if every unique experience of each individual, you know, everyone understands the concept of red apple. But what if you're able to see what another person perceives as a red apple, and you find out that they perceive a red apple differently than how you perceive a red apple? Anyway.
それは二元。
Like, if you perceive a red apple, and the other person says they perceive a red apple, but you see what they perceive and you realize that they're seeing a blue. Let's just make it an orange, just to make it easy. Then, you know, it's you know.
二元論な。すべてが観念世界であって物的世界がないっていうのなら別だけど、今の言い方だと物体世界と観念世界が別々にあるみたいだ。
だったらもし仮に全ての人類の脳、全ての生物の脳、それらの神経回路に必ず存在しているように配線すれば、観念という言い方は脳機能となる。その場合は物理的な一元論となる。
Oh, suddenly I remembered BBC topic about, like, how each individual is able to perceive the same thing. What was the conversation about that? But anyway, let's not think about this right now. I mean, we're kind of thinking about it, but I'm like bringing tangent ideas right now. But like having mutual understanding without how do every person, like, you know, have like a conceptual concept of blue that is the same? I mean, right now I'm just assuming that everyone has the same concept of blue. You know, when they look outside and it's a sunny day, so to speak. Let's say it's a sunny day, just for argument's sake. And then it's blue. And, you know, everyone just knows what the color blue is for some reason. But the question if what my blue is the same as the blue of another person, well, I don't know.
いや、話が突拍子もなさすぎてよくわからないのだが、正直今そういう話をしている状況ではないんだ。
でもしている。
Yeah, we just started talking. Why did I do that? Maybe it's because I feel like Otanashi isn't just talking about something completely out of left field. It feels like she's trying to explain something in her own strange way. But either way.
まあ、すでにどこをどう探していいのかわからず。
探し物があると言ってた。
ああ。
なるほど。一つだけ質問したいのだけど。
なんだ？
今のユキト君には、私はどう見えているの？
はあ？
髪型がショート、髪留めのリボンをしている。北高の制服を着ている。とても可愛い。思わず抱きしめたくなるくらい。そんな感じなのは、ユキト君の頭の中を見ればわかる。
It's so cute. You can't help but want to hug her. That's the thing. That's why I was like, well.
俺の頭の中関係なくお前はそのまんまだろう。ただとても可愛いとまではいかないし、思わず抱きしめたくなるとかは嘘だ。
It's Jover. Oh no, Ayana. You called it a false statement. That you're so cute that... Never mind. What the hell am I thinking right now? Anyway.
なるほど。誘導尋問は失敗した。
全然誘導できてねえよ。
そう、残念。だったら、今度はユキト君の探し物に対しての助言を与える。
助言？何か知ってるのか？
一番最後にそれを見た場所に戻るといい。
最後に？学校ということか？
No. That wouldn't help. The teacher should already be combing the whole place. Is it really possible for me to find something there now? No. It's too late.
ユキト君は今更と考えているの？けど、自分の目で、あるいは音で、あるいは匂いで、あるいは触り心地で、そして空気の味で。それらを確認しなくていいの？
Perhaps even your tongue.
自分の。
自ら赴かずに、そうであるはずだ、という考えだけで納得できるの？少なくとも自分にとっての真実は、他の誰かの真実と解像度が違う。
はあ、お前の言う通りだ。自分で確認したいからこうやって探しているんだ。
だったら来るといい。学校まで案内する。
案内？
I don't need any guidance. I'll walk this road more times than I can count. It's not like it's gonna be different than usual this time. I'm not gonna get lost on my own. But still, for some reason, I follow Otanashi Ayana. The school's gate is pretty damn eerie at night. Well, at least there are no shadows that look like they could be a teacher standing guard. But unsurprisingly, the lights in the staff room are on. The school is probably still crawling with teachers.
どうするか。
どうする？
いや、お前はここに残れ。
そうなの？
ああ、ここからは危険だからな。
危険なんだ。
だから俺は一人で行く。
一人で？
なんでそのタイミングで驚く？
I'm you more champion.
The fuck? The fuck? What is Ayana doing, man? What is she trying to pull? The fuck?
なんだよそれ。
She strikes a triumphant pose with a blank look on her face. It's so ridiculous that I can't help but laugh at the sight of it.
ありがとうよ。
I thank her.
ユーモアでお礼を言われた。驚き。
そうやって緊張をほぐしてくれたんだろ。
Otanashi makes an unusually expressive face. Almost like she's slightly bashful.
とりあえず、もう大丈夫だ。俺一人で行くから。
I run out. First of all, I run toward the building and check the windows. Of course, they're all locked.
入れる場所はないか。
No. There has to be. Whenever I get here early in the morning, there are always a couple of unlocked windows. I don't think the teachers bother to double check to see if all of them are locked after school. I checked the windows in a few places I think they might have skimmed over. With a bit of effort, one of them slides open with a bang. The sound startles me for a second, but thankfully I seem to be the only one who's noticed.
あまり使われていない教室を探してみたが。
I enter the school through the window.
なんとか学校に侵入することができた。
Now, what do I do? There's no point in just standing here. I'll go have a look around. Nobody here. Stop and think.
どうしたもんか。
No. There's no point in standing around thinking.
どうしたもんか。
That's annoying. It's the illusion of choice. Look around. I carefully look into the classroom through the hallway windows. I walk slowly, looking for anything out of the ordinary. Huh? Someone's there.
見回りの先生だ。
I duck into a nearby classroom.
やっぱり教師がうろうろしてるな。
Without really thinking about it, I glance out at the schoolyard.
校門にも誰かいる。あれも教師。違う。うちの学生だ。
I carefully watch
体
them.
育館の方に消えていった。なんでこんな時間に。
The school bell rings out in the dead of night. Dead of night. Oh shit! We're getting closer, man. I look at the clock.
0時のチャイムの音なのか。学校のチャイムって夜中なんか切らないか。
Why wouldn't they turn that off at this time of night? Don't tell me someone's left it on as some kind of signal.
どちらにしても日が変わって18日になったってことか。それより体育館の方に行ってみよう。
I slowly creep in through the
誰
door.
かいる。あれは音なし。なんでお前がここにいる。
ゆきとくん、おはよう。
おはようって確かに日が変わったからそうだけど、普通こんばんはじゃないか。いやんじゃなくて、なんでこんなところにいるんだよお前。危ないからついてくるなと言ったはずだ。
あ、ね。
She says it with a smile. For some reason.
笑顔でねとか言われても。じゃなくて、お前にはペース乱されるな。
ゆきとくん、探し物は見つかった？
それはまだだが。
そう、それは残念。
というか、なんでそもそもお前は体育館にいるんだ。
だいたいいろいろな場所にいる。
なんだそりゃ。もしかして夜中でも昼間みたいにいつも校内をうろついているのか。
もしかしてそれ。
お前本当に家はどこなんだ。
ルル家？
なんで風邪薬みたいな名前の家なんだよお前の家は。
ルル家は私とはあまり関係ない。
What the hell's really? What the fuck? I don't know if that's a specific term. Really, is a fictional lost city that was first mentioned in H.P. Lovecraft's short story, The Call of Chululuntu. Oh! He's the elder god. Holy shit. Wait, I'll be right back. Alright. The one good thing about recordings is that you can press the pause button. Oh, coincidentally, it just got midnight. It's just midnight here. Ooh. Perfect timing.
だったらなぜ。
開こうとする存在を感じるだけ。
開こう。何を。
あ、
Watanashi's gaze begins to wander to a corner of the gym. I instinctively look over there too.
なんだ。
I don't see anything there. Or so I think anyway. And I still feel a chill crawl out my spine.
何かいたのか。
はい夜混沌。
はい夜混沌。
Near to left? What the fuck?
それは暗いところからやってくる。
なんだよそれ。
部屋を暗くしただけでそれは忍び寄る。ものすごくみんなは怖がる。だから人はそれが怖くて明かりを灯した。明かりは世界を照らす。地上から一切の暗闇を消し去ろうとする。
なんだよそれ。
人はさらなる神でない神を作り出す。神を超えた最高存在。すべてに光を与えようとする。その光が強ければ強いほど、その正しさが強ければ強いほど、それを浴びた者の裏には くっきりとした影ができる。だから未だに人類は這い寄る混沌の恐怖を這い寄る混沌は暗いところからやってくる。うずくまっている人のお腹のあたりにできる影に、人が握りしめたどんな影からも、それがだんだん否定できないものになっていく。そうすると
Watanashi stops at that.
そうすると
ね、友達になるの。人は這い寄る混沌と友達になる。昔みんながそうしてたように、みんなずっとそうしてたように、600万年前からやってるように。
もしかしてお前が言っているのは間宮拓司のことか。
間宮くんは混沌と友達になった。だから這い寄る混沌が忍び込みやすいように暗闇を用意する。
暗闇？
そう。ナイアラとホテップは暗いところが好きだから。
Yes, I knew it. It's Naruto Lep. Naruto Lep. I can pronounce it, but you know what I'm referring to.
暗いところ。それは場所という意味か。
そう。間宮くんはずっとその場所を持っていた。ユキトくんが持っていたように。
It's at that moment it clicks.
あいつの場所といえば。
I remember something strange. The unused old pool. It's a place no one ever goes near. Yeah, for some reason I've run into him there more than once.
そもそもおかしい。おとなし、場所が分かった。ありが。
I turned to Otanashi, but she isn't there.
キュープールだ。あそこに何かある。
Ever since the new indoor pool was built last year, this place hasn't been used. That's why it's always empty. I jumped down to the pool floor. There's a manhole at my feet. Stop and think. It's obvious we have to check it out, but I keep picking the choice as if I think I have a choice.
あいつはここで何をしていた？ここには何もないぞ。あいつはここでここには何も。
I just like how it repeats.
これは
like there's an illusion of choice, and it just loops back, as if he had any choice, and as if that would change the outcome. What did Skaji mean by this? There are a few faint scratches on the edge of the manhole cover. They look to be fresh. Stop and think.
どこを見てもここ最近に何かされた痕跡はマンホールぐらいしかない。不自然にマンホールの傷だけが新しい。だとしたら
It must have been opened and shut again very recently. Why a manhole in a place like this? There can only be one answer. If there's no water in the pool, that means there's no water in the sewer system. And if the sewer is big enough, it could serve as a passageway, a path leading to a drainage tank below the pool. And if the tank doesn't have any water stored in it, maybe there could be enough space down there for someone to live. I once read a story in some book about a homeless guy living inside an empty gasoline tank of a bankrupt gas station.
多分プールの排水タンクで過ごすことは可能なのだろう。ち、分かってみればなんて単純なことだったんだ。
I should have known something was up with him acting so weird. Stop and think.
何ビビってるんだよ。考えてる場合じゃねえだろ。
Stop and think.
何ビビってるんだよ。考えてる場合じゃねえだろ。
What is the point of these choices, man? What is the point? Why did they even make this a choice? I really don't get it. I lift the manhole cover with all my strength. The gaping manhole looks like the entrance to hell itself.
多分ここがマミヤたちの隠れ家なのだろう。
I recall how Mamiya was the last time I saw him. How he'd not shown a hint of hesitation before he split that teacher's head open.
相手はもしかして狂信者の集団みたいな連中かもしれない。
Even without poison gas or anything like that, I wouldn't put it past them to try and stab me.
行くしかあるまい。
I decided to go down the manhole. Down the rabbit hole, I guess.
くそ。目が慣れてないと真っ暗だな。
The only sound I can hear is the faint trickling of water. It seems like this is the pool's drainage system connects to the sewers. I hear something. I start making my way toward the source of the noise, and before long,
誰が立っている？
I spot a figure in front of the tank. A guard? I strain my eyes hard.
あれは横山清だな。
Oh no, 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 you know what that sound? An indescribable noise echoes through the walls. It takes me a few seconds to realize that it's a scream.
姫。
Try listening harder. I hear the voice coming from inside.
先輩
You know what that sound means.
この声は琴美の姫だ。
Try listening harder. This is no time to be standing around. I need to move right now. Stop and think. How many people are in there? Is it too big a risk to just barge right on in? Damn it. Standing around will get me nowhere. Stop and think. Alright, it just repeats. Just force my way in. I charge full force toward the sound of the noise. Source of the noise.
お前はてめえらの血の色は何色だ。
With the force I have built up, Kiyoshi goes flying to the ground with a single strike. I swing my leg down. His head slam against the concrete. The unconscious Kiyoshi lies there motionless. I really was about to kill him there. I look around to see if there are any other guards.
一人だったか。よかった。
I heave a sigh of relief and enter the room he was guarding.
ここは
I find myself in a room that looks like a tank. Kiyomi is lying on the ground completely naked. Kotomi is lying on the ground completely naked.
琴美。
She's drifting off to sleep.
琴美。
There are some scratches here and there, but she doesn't seem to have any serious injuries. Save for one place. The amount of blood over her nether region, probably from her defilement, makes me wince in pain. It's just as Yokoyama said.
本当のヒーローだったら始まるギリギリで助けるときに言うセリフ。
I wasn't able to truly save her.
自分がヒーローであろうなんて思ってなかったが、こんな時に大事なやつを守れないなんてな。
I'm no hero. Just a fucking useless nobody. I carry Kotomi out of the drainage tank. I'd be lying if I'm not concerned about Mamiya and all the other missing people not being there. But getting Kotomi back home is my first priority.
ユキト無事でよかった。
Oh, I remember the shit that happened with like the Wakatsuki sisters in Yuki's perspective, down the rabbit hole too. Of course we know the truth of things, but like when the first time you experienced that shit, you know, you were like, what the fuck?
気がついたか。
うん。ここはどこ？
お前の家に今向かってる。安心しろ。
今日は何日
？18日だ。
そう。安子ちゃんは？
眠ってもらった。というか、殴った。
そっか。
引いたか？
ううん。多分、彼女のことだから、ユキトだって下手したら殺されかねなかったと思うよ。
Being perfectly honest, that's how it felt.
そして私はやっぱり安子ちゃんとユキトのどちらかを選べと言われたら やはりユキトを取ってしまう。安子ちゃんのことも好きだけどこうやってユキトの背中の上にいると、ただユキトが無事でよかったと思ってしまう。そのことが一番嬉しいと感じる。
なら安心しろ。俺は無事だ。
うん。それは本当によかったよ。ユキトの背中って大きいね。
なんだって？
いや、ただね、ユキトの背中大きいなって。
そうか？
うん、大きい。ユキトの背中は大きかった。あの時も。
あの時？
うん。ジョンが死んだあの時も。
ジョン？ああ、お前の家の犬か。
うん。
確かあの時お前、ジョンの魂を探しに行くんだとか言って。
Oh shit! I remember the thing about fucking Asaki in Jabberwocky 2. Actually, I can't even remember too much about like Down the Rabbit Hole 2, but this has an analog scene, but with Kagami. Because supposedly Kagami's limbs were cut off, quote unquote. Well, technically.
ジョンの魂を取り戻せば、ジョンが生き返るって思ってて。
取り戻すって、お前あの時どこに行こうと思ったんだ？
どうなんだろうね。ただいつもその先を越えられない大きな坂があってさ。
I can see the equivalent scene in fucking Tsui with Hasaki.
それを越えたら多分ジョンの魂があるって思ってた。
大きな坂？
うん。うちから駅に向かう道にあるじゃない？
あれってそんなに大きかったか？
今はそうでもない。でもあの時はさ、子供の時はものすごく大きく感じた。これは世界の果ての壁なんだって思ってた。これを登りきったら世界の果てなんだって。でも違った。その坂を登りきったらその先にもここと同じ町があった。その先にも坂があって、その先にも。
Yeah, I remember Hasaki saying the same line.
永遠に街が続いていた。世界に果てはないんだって、その時気がついたの。
お前、そういえばあそこで泣いてたな。
うん。だって、もうジョンの魂は帰ってこないって分かったから。そしたら、悲しくなって。そしたらユキトが来てくれた。いつだってそうだった。ユキトは私が泣いてると来てくれた。
Wait, did they have the same scene in Down the Rabbit Hole 2? I really can't remember that scene anymore. I never repeated Down the Rabbit Hole 2 after... I only go so far as repeating Down the Rabbit Hole 1 and some select scenes of the other chapters, but they never repeat Down the Rabbit Hole 2. Anyway.
私泣いてばっかりで、いつも何もできない。ほんと、全然ダメだな。
泣いてるのか？
少しね。少し疲れたのかも。さ、ユキト。
なんだ？
ユキトの家で少し寝かせて。
でも家の人が心配するぞ。すぐにでも顔を見せてやらないと。
こんな顔じゃ家帰れないかな。
とは言ってもだな。
お風呂入りたいです。
あのな。
体かゆいんだよ。
まあ、わかったわかった。
ありがとう。
Watami took a shower at my place. She seemed a little calmer after she got out.
ユキとハーブティーありがとう。
Tea.
と言ってもお前が買ってきたもんだけどな。俺はそんなもん飲まないし。
でも入れてくれたのはユキトだよ。
まあな。それよりさ、
何？
疲れているんだったらもう寝ろ。お前の親御さんには俺から電話しておくから。
うん。
電気消すぞ。
I flip out the lights. After calling Kotomi's mom, I'll get some rest too.
ユキト、
As I try to stand up, Kotomi grabs my arm.
なんだ？
行かないでくれるかな。
はあ？
ユキト、ここにいてくれないかな。
わかった。
I sit down on the bed across from Kotomi. Oh, we're gonna have that kind of scene. Well, considering how fucked up things already are, man. Man. Something about her chest catches my eye. How should I put it?
ことみ、あのさ、なんつうか。
胸元がどうしたのかしら。
いや、なんつうか、ブラ的なもの。
制服だけじゃなくて下着も全部洗濯したんだ。
全部？
だってずっと着てたんだもん。全部洗いたくもなるよ。
そっか。
But if she washed everything, that means...
何を考えるのですか、ユキト君は。
何を考えるも。いや、すまん。
I try to stand up, but she grabs my arm again.
できたら行かないでほしい。
できたらってなんだよ。
そのままの意味だよ。もし許してくれるのならユキトに一緒にいてほしい。
許すも何も。
私はね、ユキトのことをずっと好きだったんだよ。
Ah, man! Man! Without a hint of hesitation, she confesses her feelings. I mean, the fucked up things already happened to her, man. So, at this point, she really has nothing to lose. I mean, she already lost whatever she felt. I don't know, man. Fuck. Damn, man. Ah, fuck. Anyway.
ことみ。
やっとちゃんと向かい合って言えたね。本当、私はバカだな。
なんでお前がバカとかなるんだよ。
私は多分ずっと甘えていたのだと思う。ユキトとはさ、昔からずっと一緒だったから、いつまでもこのままでいられるんだと根拠もなく信じていた。いつまでも今日みたいな日が続く。それが当たり前のことだと思っていた。けどさ、それは違うんだよ。いつも同じってことはさ、実はとてもすごいことだったんだ。それを知った私には、今ではそれはすごく残酷な事実なんだけど、今日という日が昨日と同じ、明日という日も今日という日と同じ。私たちは多分そんなことを愚直に信じてしまうのだと思う。日常はまるで頑強な看板みたいなもので、決して崩れない大地であるように見えるけどさ、決してそんなことはないんだよ。私たちはそのことに対していつまでも無自覚なのだけど、それが簡単に崩れた時に、初めて自分の身に降りかかった時に、その時に自らを被害者だと思い込む。けど少し考えれば、そのことに対して誰しもが被害者面なんかできないってわかるんだと思う。みんなが信じているものってさ、日常に対して 対極として非日常なんだと思う。平和な日常も残酷な非日常も案外差がない。それは一つの顔が見せる違った表情のようなもの。残酷な世界だって簡単に日常になる。あそこに集まっていた人たちは世界が終わる。多くの人が死ぬ。自分たちはその対極にいるのと信じている。だけれどもみんな恐怖という仮面をつけながらもその奥に閲楽としか言いようがない興奮の楽しみの中ではしゃいでいた。残酷な非日常なんて日常のお祭りみたいなもんでしかないと思う。
戦時中空襲が続いた東京でたまに空襲がない日々が続くと主婦たちは昨日も空襲はなかったから少し暇だったわねなんて話をしていたらしい。
そうなの？
一人の主婦がそう言ってみんな苦笑いしたらしい。それでも誰もそれを不謹慎と怒るわけでもなく、それどころかさほど否定するべきものでないようであったと書いてあった。
何の本？
さあな、覚えてない。ただ戦時中に赤紙が届いてもそれに応じることなく都内の自宅に住み続けた文学者が書いた文章だと思う。
都内？空襲があったんじゃないの？
ああ、ガンガンに空襲はあったがその文学者の家は燃えなかった。そんな自身を投影させたかのような作品も書いているよ。焼夷弾が降り注ぐ世界で男と女の奇妙な日常を書いた作品だ。
焼夷弾が降り注ぐ世界での男女の日常か。今だったらその作家が何を感じてなぜそれを書こうとしたのか少しだけわかるような気がする。私はもちろん焼夷弾が落ちてくる街の中で生活していたわけじゃないんだけどその雰囲気は少しだけわかる。だって私はユキと私は
I guess her.
それ以上は言う必要はない。
ユキと
お前に何かあったとしたらそれを守れなかった俺の責任だ。その落とし前は俺がつける。
そうじゃなくて私は自分自身を守れるくらい強いと過信したから。
だとしてもそれを含めて俺はお前を愛している。お前が運命に立ち向かおうとしてその結果がどうであったかなど、
そういう精神的なものではなくて
俺はお前の全てが好きなんだ。だからお前の体に何があったのかなど関係ない。俺が愛した若月琴美は何も変わっちゃいないさ。
本当？ユキとは変わらないんだね。私が一番欲しい言葉をユキとは投げかけてくれるんだよ。なのに私は。
おいおい、俺が褒めている時にそんな悲しい顔するなよ。
ごめん。そうだよね。ユキとの言葉に対して悲しい顔なんてするべきじゃないよね。だから。
Kotomi smiles, just as brightly as she always does. No, even brighter, more vibrantly, and livelier than ever.
私、ユキとが望むこと何でもしてあげるから。
Oh, there's gonna be an age scene. Wait, you know what? This is kind of weird. They're gonna have an age sheet after she got. Yeah.
俺が望むことなんてそんなにないよ。ただお前が笑ってくれればいいさ。
そっか。ありが。
For some reason, Kotomi cuts herself off.
どうした？
なん
だよ。
私が笑っているだけでここがこんなになるのかな。
おい。
Kotomi begins to stroke my crotch.
だってそりゃしょうがないだろう。お前がそんな姿だったら。
私がこんな姿だったらどうなるの？
Saying that, Kotomi bends down in front of me. Oh, here we go.
おい。
こんな熱く硬くして
そうだが。
もう私の初めてなんてほとんどないんだ。
Damn, all over the place. Damn, son.
そんな言い方。
だからさ、何でもできる。もう捨てるものなんてないから、私はユキトのためなら何でもできるよ。
You know, in a realistic situation, you're just gonna not do it, man. You're just not gonna do it. I mean, if I were Yukito, man, you gotta chill out right now. you gotta chill out.
ユキトが死ねって言えば、ちゃんと死ぬ。
Because, you know, this is, think about that, her mindset right now. She literally just said, if you told me to drop dead, I would. And I'm like, I don't know. If Yukito has, like, any, and what, you know, this is an arrow game, so it's still gonna, it's going to happen, but you know, I don't know, like, me in that kind of situation, it's so messed up, man. I wouldn't want to take advantage of a person who feels like they literally lost everything.
そんなこと言うわけないだろう。
わかってるよ。だから私が言いたいのは、ユキトが私がどんなに辛くても生きろって言うのなら生きるって言いたいの。
Get off! Sorry, it's a very famous anime line, man. Love!
私はもう死んでしまいたいと思ったけど、それでもユキトが止めた。だからこの命はユキトのものだから。
Man, this feels sad. Like
そんな言い方、俺は好きではない。
yeah.
知ってる。けどさ、私はこの数日間でそんな女になっちゃったんだよ。めんどくさいよね。
いや、そういう意味じゃなくて。
ユキトは、いや、私は口も汚れてるけどさ、私は私なりに自主練してたんだよ。いつか大好きな人にすることもあるだろうってさ。
Man, this feels so sad. There's no joy in this.
それなのに、最初は私が大好きな人に対してじゃなかったけど、そもそも想定していたものと違ったけど。
想定していたもの？
こっちの話、それは忘れて。
だったら大好きな俺のためにしてくれ。
うん、もちろんだよ。
Oh man, this is. Oh man. Saying that, Kotomi puts her hand on my crotch and undoes my zipper. Well, you know, guys who's watching this recording, this is also a scene that's gonna be cut off. I think we're finally safe, man. This isn't the first time I actually made this declaration. I thought the scene, there wasn't any naked scene or whatever, and then there was something next, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna repeat it again. When I thought I was finally safe for the upload.
はあ。
ユキト、またあそこに行こうとしてるよね。けど絶対行っちゃダメだからね。
なんでだ？
ダメに決まってるでしょ。あそこにいる人たち普通じゃないもん。安子ちゃんもクラスのみんなも。ユキトがいたら今度はユキトが何をされるかわからない。特に間宮拓司くんはユキトに執着しているみたいだから、 だから絶対言っちゃダメだからね。
Wait, why was Takuji obsessed with Yukito? Oh yeah, I think I mentioned earlier that I was talking to someone about their theory why Takuji was so obsessed with Yukito. Well, it's that Takuji sees someone else instead of Yukito or some shit like that.
ああ、わかった。行かないよ。
本当ね。絶対言っちゃダメだからね。
行かないよ。家でおとなしくしてるさ。
本当だからね。
あ
後で確認しに家に行くよ。
あ、わかったから。とりあえず、おばさんに早く顔見せてやれよ。
それは、わかってる。ユキト。それじゃね。
ああ、さて。
I lied. There's no way I'm not gonna go back. I could have hit him back then, but this time, I have to. Otherwise, I'll have to live with the scene of defeat for the rest of my life. I leave a message on the phone and answering machine.
ああ、ことみか。まだ眠いから、もう少し寝かせてくれ。
Like, tape cutting off makes a mechanical sound. I turn off the answering machine function and leave only the message alert sound on.
こんなもんかな。とりあえず懐中電灯と、あとは気休め程度だかな。
I wrap a cloth around my abdomen to minimize any further stab wounds. As if a cloth would do anything with a knife. Right? Like if you encounter someone with a fucking knife that like whatever Kimiko uses, man, you're gonna die. Unless if you have some sort of like I was about to say Kevlar, but I don't think Kevlar works on knives. There's like a specialized armor for knives. Anyway.
なんかヤクザ映画みてえだな。これで日本刀でもあればいいんだが、まあ丸腰の方がかっこいいだろ。
I randomly remembered I think it was Looking Glass Insects, and it was the Kimika ending route, and Tomo-san is showing up with a fucking katana. That was cool. I spent a couple of hours preparing, carefully considering what I needed and getting everything ready. I needed the smallest but most effective weapon I could find so nobody would stop me on the way to school. If I learned anything from my fight with Yokoyama, it was that you could use anything as a weapon.
さて、行くか。
I glanced at the clock. It's already past 11. My surroundings are draped in pitch black. I think this must be a new record for tardiness.
昼夜が逆転してるな。それっぽくていいじゃないか。
I set out toward the school.
これで終わりだ。これでけじめをつけてやる。
The moment I reached the front of the school building, the sound of the date changing rings out. Ooh, July 19. Just a day before Tsui no Sora.
0時のチャイム。7月19日か。
Deja vu. Just like yesterday. I turned toward the school building. Hmm? Oh, sorry. I read Yukito's line.
誰か校庭にいるぞ。
I instinctively
い
hide.
や、あれは。
The figure comes toward
ユ
me.
キトくん、
お前、なんでまた。
見に行くのでしょ。
何を。
対の空。
対の空。
そう。
何言ってんだお前。俺はただ間宮を殴りに来たんだ。
だから見に来たんでしょ。
As usual, it's like we're having two entirely different conversations.
どうでもいいが、これから俺は少し危ねえことしなきゃならね
え。そうなんだ。だから
もう俺に関わるな。
わかった。
よし、じゃあ行くから。
行ってらっしゃい。
ああ。
I like how she gives that
ここ
kind
ま
of.
では誰とも会わずに済んだか。ってなんでお前ついてくるんだよ。
ついてきてるわけじゃない。ただ行くところ一緒なだけ。
You always say that shit.
一緒ってお前な。俺が行こうとしている場所はな。って
Otanashi disappears.
おい、あいつ先にプール脇に降りやがったのか。マンホールが開いている。おとなしのやつ先に降りたのか。くそ、何かあっても知らねえぞ。おい、おとなし。
I turn on the flashlight.
臭い。
Otanashi stands in front of me, pouting.
そりゃ下水だから臭いだろう。ってそうじゃなくてだな。今日は大人。
It disappears
あ
again.
いつ排水タンクの中に入りやがった。
Wait, how does she disappear? Like, if you look at her, then she literally does she fade out like a ghost or like what the fuck? I don't know how he's describing this.
おとなしがいない。
And look at the ladder at the back of the tank. The cover at the top is open.
上に上がれるのか。
I climb up the ladder.
なんだこりゃ。
Yeah, boy! The Kyusei party's here. I find myself in a ridiculously spacious
こ
room.
こは新プールの土台部分か。
The new pool was built on a slope, so they hollowed it out and made a dead space.
だとしても広いな。
The foundation with stone beams stretching as far as the eye can see. Looks like an ancient temple.
これなら何人失踪しても見つからないわけだな。
The temple vibes are partly due to the dim
こ
lighting.
んな場所に伝統があるのか。
It's then I suddenly notice a noise, like an engine echoing from deeper inside. I approach it.
発電機か。
It seems this small thing is what lights up this massive space. I glance at the nearby pillar.
なんだこりゃ。
Mao Shoujo. Riru. The face on the pillar is covered in bizarre scribbles.
なぜ人は暗闇に絵を描くのか。
おとなし。
数十万年以上前から人は洞窟に絵画を描いていた。
最古の壁画は小部洞窟で3万年前だと記憶しているが。
そう。だったら私の間違い。
そもそもこんな落書きと古代の人間が描いた壁画は全然違うだろう。
なぜそう思う？
いやだってラスコーにしろアルタミラにしろ小部にしろこんな適当な落書きじゃない。
絵画の出来でその人々の思いを測れるの？稚拙な絵画には魂が宿らない？技巧によって絵画は魂が宿るものなの？
それは
技巧で魂の重さは測れない。稚拙な筆にも魂は宿る。ましてやそれが人の血であるのならば。
I glance at the drawing a second time.
冗談もほどほどにしろ。単に赤い塗料で描かれているだけじゃないか。
血とはそういう意味ではない。
だったら
時を流れるものとして捉える生物。彼らが言葉を得て何を考え、何を思い、何をするのか少しばかり気になっていた。ルルイへの声が漏れる時に誰かの魂が共鳴する。魂は空へ帰り、その時に再び門は開かれる。
どういうことだよ。
今はいつのどこ？
はあ、今は1999年7月19日だよ。
それはユキト君にとっての今なの？
俺にとってじゃなくて誰にとっても今は1999年7月19日だ。
そうなんだ。自宅にいたユキト君にとっても今は1999年。
自宅？
Does she mean where I was earlier? How does she know I was... Wait. No. Isn't it a normal assumption that I'd be at home?
その時は18日だ。
誰にとっても今は1999年7月19日ではなかったの？
そんなへりくつを言っている場合じゃない。
そう。ただ私は本当にそのあたりがわからなくて、ユキト君にとっての今とはどこのことなのか。
間宮。
今という言葉は面白い。一体どこの空間をとって今と言っているのかさっぱりわからない。
今は空間じゃない、時間の中にあるものだ。
時間？時間というもののどこが今という場所なの？
だから時間は場所じゃないし。
だったらユキト君が言うここってどこなの？
そりゃこの場だろう。
この場とここの関係がわからない。それは指させるものなの？
ここだよ。
I point at the spot where we're
ユ
standing.
キト君が言うここはユキト君からだいたい前方1メートルぐらいの空間を言うんだ。
ふざけんな。
Not thinking straight, I grab Otanashi by the collar.
どうしたの？間宮君じゃなくて私を殴りたくなったの？
I let go of her.
なぜお前はそんなわけのわからないことを聞くんだ。なぜそんな当たり前のことを聞くんだ。
さあ、ただ興味があったから空に魂が帰り、それが正しい星々の形をするならば、彼らは再び今とここという概念を理解する。彼らがそれを理解するにはあまりに遠い場所に閉じ込められた。
お前一体お前の言う彼らと。
彼らは私とも言ってもいい。
つまりお前は。
Oh shit! Mao Shoujo! I'm overcome with a wave of dizziness. Not gonna lie, when the static started playing, my goosebumps started to. It just started, man. I have a lot of goosebumps right now. That was so sudden, man. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was really startled, man. I started to get like goosebumps. Damn, that was a good. that was good. The next thing I know, no one is there. Just a terrifying silence. And after that, the distant sound of the wind. I walk toward it and find an iron door that's been left half open. I force it open with all my strength. Inside, I find a ladder. I can hear people's voices coming from above. Quite a lot of them, actually. I start climbing the ladder. When I reach the top, I find another iron door that I pry open. And there. There's no doubt about it. This is the blocked off roof of Building C, the place where Takashima jumped from, and the place Ozawa fell from. The shadows of two people. I can't tell who they are, but one of them suddenly vanishes, and then a sound I can't even begin to describe comes from below.
マジか。いやいや、冗談だろ。今の飛び降りたのか。
All I can hear is the roar of the wind.
間宮、てめえ何をやってる？
おや？この声はユキト君かい？
By the way, do they also get the awesome CG here? You know, this awesome CG. Let me show it for a second. I wonder if they do, because I really like the CG in Tsubahime. I wonder if they also have that for Tsui and Sora.
てめえ、一体何を？
まだ君はそんなところにいたんだね。僕はたった今、みんなを救済したところだよ。
Save? The disappearing shadow? Jumped off? Return to the sky? The stars are right. Right? A stream of meaningless words flow through my mind.
消えた連中全員を殺したのか？
殺す？ 君は救済と殺戮の差すらわからないのかい。
てめえの救済っていうのはトマトケチャップをぶちまけることなのか。
ユキト君らしからぬレベルの低い冗談だ。
Naturally, I'm trembling. I approach Mami ever so slowly. But as I get closer to the edge of the rooftop, I see the horrible scene laid out on the ground below.
てめえの足元に転がる脳天ぶちまけしたいわ。全部冗談か。
僕は君とずっと前から話がしたかったよ。
俺は願い下げだ。
なぜだい。
言葉が通じない。
それは君に問題があるんじゃないのかい。
問題とか
Did he just say?
そんなもんどうでもいい。
Did he just say, "Bro, you have a skull issue"? Get good. Get good. Skull issue. I ran toward him, step by step.
殴るのかい。
ああ、殴ってお前を警察に連れて行く。
は、警察？警察なんてそんな幼稚な言葉が出てくるとは思いもしなかったよ。
笑えねえよ。少なくともてめえやそこの転がる死体どもを見る限りな。俺はてめえをあそこで殴るべきだった。なぜ躊躇したんだ。そうすれば
どうしたんだい。
ことみだって。
ことみ？ああ、あの女か。安子が憧れていたようだけど、憧れというのは一回転するととんでもない憎しみに変わるのだね。安子のことみくんに対する責めはかなりのものだったらしいよ。ではユキト君、君はここで永久に苦しむがいいさ。救済は君には渡さない。永久に。この救済は僕だけのものだ。
マミヤ！
I closed the distance between us in an instant, but
僕は君が好きだったんだがね。
what? It makes sense during Yuki's route in Down the Rabbit Hole too. Although in Mamiya Takaji's route in Tsubahibi, he thought about like saying some random shit just to stall for time or something. But here it's well, I don't know, man. You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. The sky behind Mamiya. I see something beyond comprehension there. Yo! Wait, it's over here. Yo!
あれはTsuiの空。
I muttered the name without thinking.
どこにつながる空なんだ。
Aw, shame. We don't have a cool CG like this one. We don't have a cool CG like this. Too bad. That was a really cool CG. Sora doesn't get a cool CG like that. Mamiya is gone. The strong wind pierces my ears. The sky in front of me is just perfectly ordinary, everyday sky.
今俺が見たのは
A strange sound, not caused by the wind, reaches my ears. When I turn around, I find Otanashi Ayana standing there.
おとなしい。俺あれはなんだ。
なんでもないよ。ただ、間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
My favorite line.
なんだって。
なんでもないよ。ただ、間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
でも俺は見た。あれがみんなを殺したのか。
なんでもないよ。ただ、間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
いや、あれは何もしない。ただ。
なんでもないよ。ただ、間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
ただ、なんなんだ。
なんでもないよ。ただ、間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
Oh, I like how they. I like the effects here better than what they did in Tsubaibi.
あるわけでもない。ないわけでもない。
Like I said, I'm having my Denpa moment right now.
であるでもでないでもない。
Oh yeah, having those goosebumps again. This is cool.
私であるでも私でないでもない。
なんでもないよ。ただ、間宮くんが飛び降りただけだよ。
あなたであるでもあなたでないでもない。
Oh yeah, here we go. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is a person nor isn't a person. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is Ayana nor isn't Ayana. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither. Neither is Yukito nor Yukito. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is Kotomi nor isn't Kotomi. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is a student nor isn't a student. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It neither is school nor isn't school. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is barefoot nor isn't barefoot. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off, that's all. It's neither is homework nor isn't homework. It's nothing. Watanabe just jumped off, that's all. It neither is sex nor isn't sex. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off, that's all. It's neither Karokyu nor isn't Karokyu. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is the scenery nor isn't the scenery. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither a lover nor isn't a lover. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is survival nor isn't survival. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. Yeah. Just jumped off. That's all. Neither is form nor isn't form. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It neither is God nor isn't God. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. It's neither is the world nor isn't the world. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. That's all. Yo, it's our bro. And thus, all ends meet their end. I cry out something, but it doesn't even make a sound.
くん。
Yeah.
ゆきとくん。
Yukito.
おとなしあやな
Watanashi Ayana.
今
What the hell just happened?
騒がしくなる。
It's gotten noisy. Watanashi looks off into the distance. I can hear the sound of police cars. Did Gotomi's mom call them? Or maybe the school finally actually did something for once. Either way, everything's ended now. This is the end of. After that, the police called me into the station for an interrogation. I only got home just a second ago. They had me detained for more than a whole day.
そういえば
Oh yeah. Did Otanashi manage to make a clean getaway? By the way, maybe I shouldn't be reading here because the intended experience here is completely silent.
パトカーに乗せられた
Well,
形跡
whatever.
もなかった
Didn't seem like she'd been put in one of the cars. For whatever reason, I get goosebumps thinking about her.
いやいや
No. I shake my head as if trying to shake off the thought, but it just won't leave my mind. Just what the hell was that thing I saw the moment Mamiya jumped off? Maybe it was a hallucination caused by the shock of his suicide. Were those words that flashed in my head part of that too then? It must have been that. Must have just been that, right? Turn out the lights. There's nothing strange going on here. Nothing strange at all. The ticking of the clock strangely weighs on my mind. The clock keeps ticking away. It reminds me that time is constantly flowing forward. Time? Flowing? God damn it! I'm reminded of what Atanashi said. When and where is now? I glance at the clock. July 20th, 1999. 11:49, 50, 51, 2. As I look at the numbers on the clock, I recall something I once read in a book. 0 is a natural number. For any natural number, A, there's a successor function, suc A, defined for the number that follows. I mutter proofs about completely obvious stuff to myself, but I stop. And suddenly, I remember a story about an elementary school math class. One day, the teacher wrote the following on the blackboard: 2, 4, square. It's a simple problem where you can just add 2 each time. But a student replied, the answer, 14. The classroom erupted into chatter. After all, it was a problem that anyone should have been able to solve. Next, the teacher wrote the following: 2, 4, square, 8. This one practically answers itself, he thought. Surely he'll get the right answer. But the student said, the answer is 4. Then the teacher asked, well then, what about this? 2, 4, 4, 8, square. The student replied, the answer is 22. The teacher suddenly thought, well, what comes after your initial answer? 2, 4, 6, 14, square. 34. The teacher thought about it. Maybe 2, 4, 4, 8, 22 corresponds to the function x raised to the third minus 3x raised to the second plus 6x minus 8. And 2, 4, 6, 14, 34 corresponds to the function x raised to the third raised to the square minus 6x raised to the second plus 13x minus 6. Would they correspond to those? Normally you think of it as a sequence corresponding to 2x, but that student was different. The teacher asked him if his answers corresponded to said functions, but the student merely replied, it's just what naturally came to mind. The teacher realized that the question itself was flawed. It was written in a way to simplify and omit a sequence, but continue for infinity beyond that. So the teacher eagerly explained the method of continuously adding 2 to the student. He tried to explain that it's the most simple function 2x. So the student continued to add 2 to the number. He kept adding 2. 996, 998, 1000, 1004, 1008, 1012. Once he reached 1000, the teacher said, no, that's wrong. Why did you start adding 4 instead of 2 when you reach 1000? But the student curiously asked, am I wrong? Upon seeing his face, the teacher suddenly realized the original sequence was 2, 4, 6. Suppose that the student's rule add 2 just meant it increased by 2 each time till 999. But from 1000, it's increased by 4. And maybe if it reached 1 million, it'll increase by 6. Oh. In that case, how do we teach this kid the rule of 2x that we all understand so well as add 2 forever? The computational possibility is just subjective interpretation that appears objective because we all happen to agree on a certain interpretation of rules. The clock's hand continued to mark the passage of time. Mark the passage of time? What does that even mean? 30 seconds? 31 seconds? 32 seconds, increasing by 1? Plus 1? Plus 1? Rinse and repeat? Why do we consider counting these seconds to be synonymous with the flow of time? Does time really adhere to rules like that? Is there any causality between this clock and the flow of time? And moreover, why do we perceive the second law of thermodynamics as a one-directional flow? Why do we assume that everything will simply follow the rules in the same way it always has? The sun will rise tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. We take it as a fact. Because it rose yesterday, or because it rose the day before that, or because it's risen since as far back as we can remember. Does that serve as a proof? What was so in the past will always be so. Well, what even is the past to begin with? I'm reminded of Otonashi's odd question. Where is now? What is the present just a second ago has now become the past? So what is the past? I know it's something that once existed in the present, but where did that something go? Where is the past? Do we base our certainty on the past that's disappeared somewhere nobody knows? I glance at the clock again. 11:57. We base our certainty on the past that's disappeared. So because tomorrow came yesterday, we'll believe it'll come today as well. Because we took the previous step, we can also take the next one. I could say that the world's gonna end tomorrow, but no one's gonna quit their job over it. Nobody will hesitate to take the next step, even if you tell them that that the world isn't ready yet, and you'll fall all the way into the abyss if you do. But can we really say that? Would things always continue as they have up until now? Maybe the world really isn't ready for us to take that next step, and we really will fall all the way into the abyss if we do. Maybe after 1000, the next +2 is actually nothingness. That's goddamn ridiculous. Isn't it already the end of the 20th? Nothing's gonna happen now. What I saw back there was just a hallucination. The world's not gonna end. Yeah, for sure. I can hear my heart pounding like crazy. The sound of my heartbeat, the sound of the clock ticking overlap strangely. 11:59, 56, 57, 58. July 20th, 1999. 11:59, 59. Subject 1. Minakami Yukito. And that is the first view. And I like how it continued to be silent. Like the moment after, like, Ayana just went, like, it's too noisy. She just kills all the sound. So the entire visual novel from then up to now is still silent. Alright, this is where my stream will end. We'll finish the credits, then yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and we're gonna continue with the next view on the next stream. Ciao. Actually, I'm just gonna turn off the webcam and I'm just gonna watch the credits. Yeah.